Okay, we're back. The audio was off that whole time. I was just talking. Well, shoot. How to fail at streaming. If cut off without warning, the power probably went out. You copy pasting that in there. No, it was just a noob mistake. Here I was talking, thinking I was so clever. I was like, man, I'm so good at this opening series of lines that I'm delivering. I was saying hi to everybody in the stream, and turns out I was muted. That's because I needed to record. I had to record something yesterday, little video clip, and I turned off my audio so I didn't have like my breathing in the background or something, and I forgot to turn it back on. I'm a I'm a idiot. Well, how to fail at live streaming? Turn your audio off. It's all back on now, right? Yep, we're good. All right. I had just joined and was wondering why there's no audio. Says fairy. Well, now we know. Thought it was my end or something. We're just gonna pretend it was your end. You fixed it. Good job. I knew you could. Yeah, I've been talking this whole time. What are you talking about? Thank goodness I need your soothing voice. Well, I'm here for you. If you follow these instructions closely, you will succeed at failing at streaming. Yes, you will. Hello, nice creeper. How's it going? I made good progress on my inverted clicker game. Nice. Are you actually working on that, or are you just saying that? Like, did you actually start making that? It was a pretty interesting idea. So, the idea is inverted clicker game. Start out with a huge number instead of zero, and then you're trying to get rid of that number, which I think is a little bit more appealing because there is a sound objective, something more solid to try to achieve rather than some nebulous who knows when it ends number. So, yeah. Of course, if you update it and you keep adding stuff to it, you'll just have to make the number bigger. So you have to sell at all the leftover pink starbursts, and you start out with 500 million. Nice. Made progress on my game about fighting work words, arguing combat game. Nice. That actually sounds like it could be fun. So good news and bad news. The good news is I figured out how to add screen shake. And I don't know if there is actually bad news, so maybe not. It just sounded good to say good news and bad news. Sounds interesting. I was trying to make me sleep with soding, but you've started stream. I'm sorry. Now you must stay awake. The Fairy Nam, remember that question I asked yesterday about pathfinding, the one with character inside a spaceship? After talking with much smarter people than me, and probably me, I came up with the solution. Oh, this solution, which will come in the next message. I can't wait. Your stream should have screen shake every mouse click. Like I just clicked the mouse, boom. Oh, it got small. Boom. That would be, whoa, is that like an intentional feature? Wait, hang on. Let's see. If I shake this, does it minimize everything else? What? What? Do you guys see that? It's like, I'm so frustrated that there's other windows open right now. Ah, there we go. That's kind of cool. Yeah, who actually knew that it did that? Probably nobody. I bet you nobody that, don't lie. Don't lie. I bet nobody knew that it actually did that. I don't know what I don't know what to animate for a certain line in the second devlog. Well, good luck with that, I guess. I'm not sure either. Your stream should have screen. I read that. Hello. Welcome, Surge GR. Surge GR. I'm going to call you Surge GR. Drink some water, keep myself hydrated. All right, so I found a tutorial. Here's the tutorial right here. And I'm just going to like copy this code. So let's just chat about, I don't know, game design. What are you guys working on? Let me know. We'll chat a little bit while I literally just copy this code into here. And we'll see how well I can multitask. Probably not well at all, but it's worth a shot. So I'm going to have the code open on one window and the chat open in another window, maybe, if I can find it. Here it is. And yeah, how are you guys doing? What's new? What since yesterday? What have you guys been? I don't know. What have you guys been working on? I know some of you guys have been working on some of your games. Oh, here's the second message. Have a separate world 2D via a viewport. This means that this means that it has its own coordinates, so pathfinding should be fine. Then I'm gonna use the position of the character inside this world and use it to. He keeps going. My game is about fighting NPCs, but with words. See, and that's intriguing, because games are. It's like, what is it? Like 95% of video games include some kind of combat, but physical combat, you know? So it's interesting when a game can be put in place that does not have combat, you know? Let's see. But still does. So I think that's very creative to have combat but with words. And probably educational, because we should learn to use our words and not our hands. My game is about fighting. Yeah, I just read that. Hey, I have a question. Because I don't normally notice it, can you remember? I can read really gooder. I'm a gooder reader. Do all first-person games, horror or not, have a shadow for the player character, even the ones with no hands or models? Not necessarily. It doesn't have to, but I don't know. It probably just depends. I don't think they all do. I think there's probably plenty of first-person games out there that don't have shadows, especially if there's just no model at all. Minecraft, for example, you don't have a shadow in Minecraft, so that's a pretty popular game. Just throwing that out there. I've tried to install Debian and have deleted my whole drive. Lost some engine progress. Basically a dialogue combat system. There you go. I'll show you the big scratch game I'm working on during Saturday's stream. Sounds good. No more cozy games. No more. Be gone with them. I want to play a game with all the combat as done through throwing bricks. Just brick combat. Take my brick. I've tried to install Debian and have deleted my whole drive. Lost some engine progress. I think I just read that. You said the same thing twice. Now I want to play Hangman. In real life? Nah, don't do that. Render the character in the actual world. I've never even had to do something like this, so it sounds kind of exciting, actually. That's a continuation of your thing. Pathfinding. Very difficult, but I'm glad that you found the solution. Octopus Inc. I would play that, but sadly most audiences don't receive that so well. They really prefer combat for some reason. If it's creative enough, if it's a complex enough puzzle, it could be pulled off. It could be interesting. But yeah, it's true. There's a reason why, for whatever reason, I don't know why, so much of video games are violent combat. Well, not necessarily hard violence. Shake amount. It's going to be a float. We'll set it to 0. I'm going to try to explain how this works as well for those out there who want to make their own screen shake. Although there is a tutorial that you could watch. Maybe I'll post the link somewhere if you guys want to watch it. But I'll do that after. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with everybody's comments in this stream, so I apologize if I missed your comment. It is terribly difficult to type and read comments at the same time. Trying to open up a game studio, but this legal stuff is killing me. Oh, you have to do legal stuff? I guess you do if you're going to have like employees. It'd be about the same as starting a company legally, yeah? I imagine it would be a headache. That's why I don't have a game studio. I guess I do, but like not really. I don't have any legal bearing for a game studio, I guess. Yet. One day, probably. I always play with shaders, so I have forgotten vanilla Minecraft, to be honest. Ah, true. I'm back. Yeah, shaders add shadows. Welcome back. Do it faster, better, more optimized. Yes, sir. The Blob. Gregory Blasick. I'm somewhat new to Godot, but I'm working on a pizza strategy stealth game. No, not pizza. Puzzle. A little bit of slick stexia there. Puzzle strategy stealth game about fighting back against the corrupt developers of a pay-to-win game. That could be interesting. A little bit of fourth wall breaking. You got to be careful with the fourth wall breaking. A lot of times it just doesn't work. It's extremely hard to pull off breaking the fourth wall. But if you can pull it off, it's usually amazing. It's either absolutely amazing or totally stupid. So I good luck. Don't let me off put you from doing it though. So do what go for it. See if you can do it. Octopus Inc. Nice. Would love to see it when it comes out. Me too. Do it bigger, faster, stronger too. What's that song? It's like faster, smarter, something. It's Daft Punk, I think. Let's see how much time I can make Artindi say the same thing. How many times you can make me say the same thing? Probably. Like if you just put a chat in there, unless you're saying something highly questionable, I'll probably read it. And it could be a while before I notice that it's something else. Thanks, Artindi. I'm encouraged that you like my idea. Yeah. Back. So how is the stream going? What are we? You're gone for like 4 minutes. I'm adding screen shake. I'm just typing it in here, so you can just. It's going to be a boring screen, but we're just chatting about whatever. So whatever you guys want to talk about, games you're making, game design. I'm down to talk. It'll make the typing of this take a little longer, but it'll make it be a lot funner than if I just type it really fast. Unless you guys want to watch me speed run, we could turn on some speed run music. And we'll see how fast I can type stuff. But I'm gonna every once in a while go quiet because I can't multitask at all. Why? I'll probably actually like say it out loud as I'm typing it. So we got position Y, position X, and position Y. I'm not 100% sure, but as I go through the code a little bit more thoroughly. Oh, I need to add a timer to the camera. Okay, let's do that. Add a timer. And I believe we could just leave it at the default 1 second because the timer will be adjusted depending on the input you give the screen shake. But anyway, which website is good for posting game dev stuff? Any social media site. You got YouTube, you got Twitter/X. A lot of people, I've never gotten into it. A lot of people use Reddit. It's a very active community on Reddit, I hear. Although I personally am not on that community. I should be, but I'm not because I am a slacker. It's hard enough for me to just keep up with YouTube. All of them. There's lots of Discord servers where people form smaller communities within the communities, which can be really fun. You can join my Discord for sure if you want to post stuff. I'm always down to see what you post there. But a great example of fourth wall breaking is One Shot. Oh, does it break the fourth wall in One Shot? I've heard good things about that game. Artindi, are you a full-time game dev or do you have a day job and do it as a hobby? I do have I work part-time. And then I would say, what counts as full-time? Do I spend 40 hours a week? Yes, I spend at least 40 hours a week working on games or my YouTube channel, which is about games. So you could say I'm a full-time game dev, but not really because I also have a part-time job. I don't know, hard to say. When I'm not working on my part-time job, I'm working on this. Giving the impression that the government is not doing anything to stop the spread of the pasta. Oh, is this a continuation of something you're saying? Best fourth wall break I've seen is in Doki Doki Literature Club. I've also heard positive things about that form of entertainment. Let's see how many times I can make Artindi say the same thing. I do it, but change what you're typing to let's see how many times I can make Artindi say the same thing instead of how much, because it makes it harder for me to read it. You'll have better luck if you have good grammar. If I don't struggle to read it, then you'll probably get away with it better. Okay, we got the ready function, which is right here. Ready function is going to set the process to true. I have no idea what that does, but everything else, I think we're good. Oh, and then we have to make a what? We have to have a randomizer, but I haven't set randomize. Really? You can call randomize without RNG? That's interesting. Wonder if that'll show up later. Stuff you learn. So this is why following tutorials is helpful, because other people figure stuff out and then you learn it. I started a poll on my channel for how I animate that devlog line to see. Oh, for an animation in your devlog. Oh, that'd be interesting. Hopefully the poll goes well. Stanley's Parable has some good fourth wall breaks too. Stanley's Parable is like just a big fat fourth wall break, isn't it? GDScript comes closer to which other programming language? GDScript is very similar to Python or JavaScript. Currently failing to adding a dash mechanic to my game. Lol, still fun learning though. Well, see, but you're also adding a dash mechanic to your game. So, you know. Okay, then there's stuff in the process function. It's just an offset. Oh, we're just setting offset. Okay. Offset equals vector 2 randf range by negative pixel and a positive pixel, and this is going to be multiplied by the shake amount. Shake amount, and then we got another randf range. That's like the same thing here. Let's just copy paste because that's easier. Also multiplied by the shake amount. So let's see. Okay, I think I understand what we're doing here. So we're giving the y. We're giving the y or the x coordinate a random spot somewhere between -1 and 1, as well as the y coordinate, the same thing, based on the not plus, it has to be multiplied, based on the shake amount. So it could be something much more dramatic than that. Like if you give it a shake amount of 2, then it would be multiplied by that. So you'll have a -2 and a +2. That's interesting. Makes sense. Once it's all in here, I'll probably be able to explain it a lot better. And then we have the actual shake function coming in, and I'll see if I can keep up with what people are saying. Let's see how much time I would like to make Artindi say the same thing. Well, it doesn't count because you keep typing it different. I am working on a blackjack game where you fight the other player to death. Sounds exactly like blackjack. To make it work, as you against the other player, made the dealer hand count points to your and your enemy hand. In one shot, the character you control and you and the player are separate entities and interact frequently. That's interesting. Will cost have yellow paint? If not, how will I know where to go? You will be lost. I don't know. Maybe we'll put some paint in. We're gonna decorate the floor a little bit more than the boring tiles that it has right now. But eventually, there will be a little bit more than just this. Oh, it's breaking because No, it's broken. Close. It's gonna be like close the program. That's funny. Okay, maybe I should finish writing this stuff. So we got, what's this function? This is going to be a shake function. And we're going to enter the time, which is a float. And the amount, which is also a float. Shock photo. Okay, we'll have yellow paint. Stanley Parable, my favorite ending is the broom closet ending. Yeah, I just joined what happened last stream. I think Epic Shoe, I think I remember you from 2 streams ago. Last stream, I can't remember. What did we do? We added the floor. We added the floor. I'll show you. Oh, I can't show you because I'm working on the code. We added the floor hazard. So the floor hazard has a visual upgrade. Words are failing me. Let's see. The timer dot wait time will equal the time that we input. So we're giving it a time, and we're going to assign it that. Except maybe we should spell things right. Wait time. There we go. Oh, maybe we should also say at the timer. Where's the timer? It's on the player node. At timer. It's not at though. It's the $sign. Timer. There we go. which, oh, it's supposed to be a child here. There we go. Ta-da! See, I know how to do this. I'm trying to make a game that is about sock puppet, because why not? Why not? Exactly. That's a good reason. Usually, if you can't show actual footage from a game, I animate it. Nice. Are you sure that the shake offset should be changed each frame? I think it's not going to be changed each frame. I think the shake, well, I don't know. Maybe it is changed each frame. I'm going to follow the tutorial first, and then we'll see, because maybe something goes on a little further down. I just did a quick study of it, and I'm pretty sure I know how it works, but we'll have to go back through and make sure it's working right. But right now I'm literally just copying the code. I would copy paste it, but it's in a video and I can't really copy paste it, and there is not a repository. So we're going to go with this. But you could be right, and maybe we'll have to change it. And I am falling behind on. I'm going to head out. Sorry, guys. Okay, catch you later, Octopus. See us some other time. Hopefully your lunch break. Oh, the lunch break does go fast. Well, good luck at work. Okay, boy. Bye, good luck. Bye, good luck, Artindi. Oh, it's still you saying bye. The Blob, that's an interesting way of calling digital game distributors other than Steam. Oh, what'd you say? Did you say something interesting and I missed it? Is there a fun project of a game you intend to release on Steam / inferior game shops? All the other ones, aka inferior. Is there a fun project of a game you intend to release? Oh, is this? Yes, this is. This game I intend to release on itch.io and on Steam if it does well on itch.io. But for now, just itch.io, because it's a whole lot more work to upload things to Steam. What are we doing? Shake amount equals amount. There we go. That's easy enough. There's shake amount right there. This is the function that we're going to be calling from almost anywhere, because we're making the camera a global. This is something I've learned. Apparently you can just make a node global by assigning it as a variable to your global variables. That's kind of crazy. It's a lot of power though, so be very. I would hesitate to recommend doing it that way. But with something as simple as my game, it's probably fine. Artindi, why are there? I can't read. Why are people snoring in the stream? To code? What? Hey, I don't know. I just work here. Was a comment just deleted? It could have been. Yeah, that's what it says. Message retracted. Can't wait for shaky cam times. 2000%. Well, we're gonna play around with it. We're gonna see like how bad we can make the screen shake. Let's see how much times I can make Artindi say the same thing. Yes. My poll actually got a single vote. That's not me. Wow. I thought it would get like 0 votes, and I would have to use something else to decide. Nice. I still haven't figured out how to use GitHub and version control. It is it's a very popular thing to use, so there's definitely tutorials. I'd watch a few tutorials on it and get GitHub desktop. It'll be helpful, especially if you're not super familiar with coding things, because a lot of people use GitHub and they use like the command prompt to upload things, and that's just confusing to me. I'd rather use buttons and have a user interface. The creator, I wonder who was him. How many here have played Command and Conquer Generals? I have not played Generals. I've played Tiberium Wars. That's the best one. Changed my mind. This is a new game. Is it also? Hey, Artindi. It's kind of a new game, just a little teeny thing. It's called Cost. It's an inverted roguelike. If you stick around, we'll see more. But right now I can't run it because the code will break it as it is currently. Let's see how many times I'm ka-ching. You did it. Except you did it correctly instead of much, so it's a lot easier for me to read. See that? Do you use any other programming languages? I do know other programming languages. I don't use them. This is pretty much the only one I do right now because I don't actually code anywhere else besides game development currently. You did it, didn't you? What? Yes, I'm almost catching up to the chat, and then I'm going to come back here and just code like mad. You can just use source tree outside of Godot for it. Oh, you're responding to something. Is that the for Joe Mama, who's asking about using GitHub? Just figured out. Excuse me, I'm dying. Just figured out my dash mechanic and I literally jumped out of my chair. Haha, nice job. Except now your game has a dash mechanic. Smooth. How could you? How could you? Cyanite. Hopefully I pronounced that right, so this has more impact. Cyanite, how could you? How to fail at drinking milk. Yeah. Command & Conquer, Tiberium Wars is good. That's all. That's not trying to prove me wrong. You just agreed. Is there Godot live? Is there Godot live? And do you use it? What is Godot live? I don't even know. I guess I don't use it. Like when you run a game and edit the code, it updates in the game. Oh, if there is that feature, I've never used it. There is a way to like, actually I think it's possible. I think I've done it once, but I've never really had much use for it, I think. So I could be wrong though. Let's see how many times I can confuse Artindi to say the sane thing. Yeah, that would have worked, except you said sane. I'm bored. I think I go to bed. Okay, I'm sorry for being so boring. I'm sorry to disappoint. You guys are jerks. You're just typing more, so now I can't get back to finishing the code. So the way you're making your classes available to have an autoload and then assign a variable in there. I disagree though. I also disagree with this. This is actually me just following a tutorial. I don't make my classes available globally. Instead, if I need to send information to a global location and then retrieve it from there, I might do that. But I wouldn't make my class global. And this tutorial does do that. I'm going to do it just for this because I feel like it works just for this project. But otherwise, yes, I agree. It's not a good idea to make classes available globally. It can lead to very messy and spaghetti code that will be very tricky to fix later on. So yes, you are correct. Do you know what randomize does by itself? I'd assume that it changes the seed for other RNG calls, but no clue. I think that's what it does do. Are you going to make a dating sim episode? Yes, one day I will, and it will be the worst. Would you be better off making a global event manager and sending a screen shake signal? I think that's what I've done in the past. I've just had a global screen shake manager, and it sends the signal to the camera. Yeah, I've done that in the past. But I watched this tutorial and it quickly made sense. So you are correct. That would probably be the wiser way to do that. But after watching this tutorial, I saw that it would work in my game, and most of the game is done anyway, so I'm not in fear of running into problems in my code later on yet. I might once I actually add some more UI, but currently I think I'm good. If we find out it does break, it shouldn't be too hard to fix it later on, I think, because there's, like I said, there's not much here. How to fail at being a failure, 100% will watch. A lot of people want me to make a how to fail at failure, which is basically just a double negative, so I'd just be saying, here's how you succeed. But everybody makes videos like that, so there's no unique aspect to that. Let me add a bit more code before I read more of your chats. Sorry, but you've now lost priority. I must focus once more. Set process to true. Okay, so this, most of the time I kind of know what's going on in code. I don't know what this actually does. Set process to true. Not 100% sure. I think it's the same as this, except I must have typed something wrong. Yeah, I had an extra C in there. And then the timer dot start. And I believe, as someone pointed out, changing this every frame or every process tick could be a bad idea. But I think it does something like that only until the timer comes to an end. Oh, I have to use this because I'm doing it different than they are, just slightly. Okay, and then there's going to be another function. Function is on. Oh wait, this is the timer, so I can just connect the timer now. Node, timeout, connect. Oh, I connected the wrong thing. Dang it. Disconnect. Disconnect. Let's connect it to the correct code. There we go. On timer.timeout, and then they have this. See, this proves that I don't really code. I'm not sure, 100% sure what that does anymore. I know I learned it at one point. Oh, and we're set process to false. Set process to false. All right, let's read what you guys are talking about. Random number generator.randomize only changes the seed for that one RNG. If you got 2 of them and randomize 1, it does not randomize the other one. It sounds like Vigard. I can't pronounce your name. Vigard? Vigard. Sounds like Vigard knows what they're talking about. Sounds like they know code. So please, don't judge me too hard. Where is how to fail at doing a kickflip? I don't know how to do a kickflip, so maybe I'd be perfect for making that video. Imagine not being able to use what? Also known as the command prompt thingy. For those not the command prompt thingy. That's what it's called, though. Nobody calls it anything else besides that. The command prompt thingy. I have used it. I don't like it. And so yeah. And it is just the command prompt thingy. Like, you understood what I was talking about. So don't pretend. Don't pretend. Love spaghetti code. Spaghetti code is where it's at. It's almost like playing Factorio, except more painful because it just is. Why is what the heck? Why is that all? Why is it saying like? Oh, it's because I have a E instead of O. There we go. Fixed it. Okay, and then here's the actual shaking. We got a tween. Oh, but I gotta actually like make a tween. Add child node. Tween. Are tweens still a thing? Uh-oh, is this an old tutorial? It says 4.0. Oh. They're just not a tween node. I think you just tween. Yeah? I'm confused. Does anybody know? Let's see, does Vagard know? Vagard? I don't know. You can also save the state of a single RNG and load it again. Nice. It would be a triple negative because one who reads the comments is probably a failure themselves. Can I get some good boy points? Yes. Thank you for being a good boy. How long have you been using Godot? I'm going to say I've been using it for 5 years, but not the whole time. But people are like, like yesterday, it's like yesterday's stream or the stream before that, someone was like, ha, you've been using Godot for 5 years and you don't even know how to do this? Like, shut up. So what? And this is Godot 4, and this is the first game I've made in Godot 4, so slight changes, not really big, but you know. How to fail automatically blinking. I might just use unrelated Sonic footage. That could work. How will the name cost play into the story? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it'll be the name of the main character. Maybe it'll be the name of the environment. Something like that. We'll figure it out. And it's not even necessarily going to be the final name of the game. It's just the working title. Now everyone calls it GitCli, command line interface. Aha. Void is setting the return type, which means the engine will know not to expect a value from that function. Ah. So I could have just like left it blank. Although I guess it's more efficient somehow to add that probably, right? When I was a kid, if we wanted pseudo-random numbers, we wrote our own Miserine twister from scratch in assembly. Ew. I often say that video game development is like video editing. You have no idea what anything does, but it works. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. No more tweens, says Joe Mama. Great. Great. You can create one using var tween. Yeah, so one of the lines I skipped was this one. Is it the at? On ready, variable tween is going to be a tween. Oh, tween equals create tween. Like that. Yep. And hopefully that does what I need it to do. But then I should be able to just go tween dot interpolate value. We're going to do self. We're going to say offset 1 tween. We'll just do the linear tween dot what's it called? Translinear, and then the tween dot ease in. There we go. And This is going to make all the magic happen. It's going to be magical. And isn't there supposed to be like a line that says tween.start or something like that? I can't remember. As a veteran game dev, I opened Unreal Engine a week ago. Nice. I can only recommend you add the secrets before even adding the gameplay. That's how you do it. $tween, you don't need a separate node anymore. There's also a create tween function. Nice. I guess I just put that in there, didn't I? You can create one using var tween equals create tween. Perfect. Maybe, see, you guys know all this stuff without even watching the tutorial. Nice. Maybe cost is the name of the dungeon. Yeah, it could be. We'll see. Man, or maybe it'll just be the name of the game, and I'll never actually say why, right? And people will have to theorize. Maybe it's the name of the dungeon. Man, I thought about streaming dev stuff, but even with 27 viewers, you almost get nothing done. I wonder if hitting the 1K would be like how you can't read it anyway. That's true. You guys are really chatty. But that's okay. Like I've said in past streams, it's a net positive. You guys might distract me a little bit, but I'm still working. And so I end up getting more done than if you weren't here, or if I wasn't streaming it, because then I'd probably just be not doing anything. So it helps. Man, I thought about streaming. Okay, you've been using Godot for 5 years and you still haven't made Skyrim 2? I'm sorry, I let you down. I made a Rister engine in Scratch. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know what it is, but pretty cool. I'm bored. What about we trap the guy who steals code in prison and light him on and laugh at him while adding features that will enable us to skip him? Sounds evil. But if you're bored, I'm sorry. Are you the voice actor for Galactic King from the retroscoped animation guy? You have very similar voice. Huh? Are you the voice actor for Galactic King from that retroscoped animation guy? You have very similar voice. Probably not. But I do believe I have a similar voice. People have mentioned my voice sounds like other things before. Hopefully in a good way most of the time, I hope. We have to make Artindi unable to work. No, that's mean. That's mean, and I'll never forgive you. I forgot, says Nice Creeper. Get Matt, Pat, and in here to solve what cost it. Yeah, that's the goal. We want someone to do a game theory about why it's named cost. Yep. Hoos. I can do a perfect Baldi impression. Nice. Yeah, I think that's all we need. I believe that's all we need. So if we want to add some Scream Shake, well, let's save it and see if we can run the game without it crashing first. I believe it should work. Right. So now we should be able to call a Screen Shake from any source. So we're going to do something simple to get it going. Maybe we'll do it from the player code. And we'll do in swipe sword. So when we click, then we'll get a Screen Shake. And I believe all we have to do, let's see if I can find an example. Yeah. All right. So what we do is we do global stats, which I kind of broke the rules by putting something besides just stats in global stats, but shh, don't say anything. And we'll call the, oh wait, we call camera, and then we call shake, and then we can specify how much we want it to shake. And we're going to put in how long it will shake and how much it will shake. So it's time first, so we're going to do 1 second just so we can really see it, and we're going to do like 3 just so we can really see it, because I think that will make it extra big. We're actually going to add to this guy's code because he forgot about priority, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, is you also want to set a priority for how hard the screen is shaking. You want harder shakes to have higher priority than small shakes. That way the big shake isn't interrupted by a small shake. Get what I mean? But we'll test this out first and see if it works. So I should be able to just right click and it will shake the screen. Wow, it worked. Beautiful. Boy, that is a lot of screen shake. Okay, we know it works, but now we have to fix his code because he has a problem in his tutorial. As I mentioned, there is no priority system. But let's look at what you guys are talking about. We hold you hostage. If you want code, we will leak your address. Exactly. You guys are holding me hostage to work. And I said I got all the code stuff done so that we could just focus on more visual enjoyable things, that people weren't looking at me code boring stuff. But we came to an impasse where we need to add screen shake just because we need it. Like, it's important right now, it feels like. So we're going to suffer through a little bit of code and then get to the fun part where we add screen shake to everything in the game and make it dope. And then we'll see what else we want to work on for the rest of the day. We got a couple hours today. We can do what we want. Chat, have some fun. Make a debug button that triggers screen shake. Yeah, it's just the right click is the debug button. It was just a quick test. I don't think I necessarily need the debug button. If it turns out that we need it later on, then I'd add it. I usually add debug buttons not before I've actually started using that. I'm phrasing this totally incorrectly. I'll add debug if I find I need to access that information frequently, but I only know that after I start to access it frequently. Most of the time. Sometimes you can tell you're going to be using it a lot. But most of the time I only add debug buttons when I know I'm going to be needing it a lot. For example, I have some debug buttons that let me turn on and off some of the abilities, right? So big attack, but then I can make it a non-circle attack and make the attack smaller, right? You guys have already seen some of these debug buttons. So that's a lot easier than going to the global stats and being like, oh, this is false now, right? So yeah, I think the debug buttons are, I wonder where they're, I wonder where I'm setting it at. Oh well, I can't remember right now. But let's go back here and see if we could figure out, this is where we're going to have to use actual brains. And maybe this will be something that I could just do while I'm off camera mining. But we would need a priority as well. Let's see if I can spell priority. We're just going to do it as an integer instead of a float. And we'll say, oh wait, I need to name it first. Priority. Did I spell that right? I don't know. Priority, it'll just be an int. So if it's like priority 1, then yeah. So then we just have to set up a case in here somewhere. I'll probably set this here. Variable priority equals just an int, and we'll set it. Oh, not equals. Okay, and we'll set it here, just like they're doing here. Priority equals priority. Oh, that's not going to work very well, is it? I need to name this something else. We'll say priority here, and we'll name this one priority. This is how you fail at coding. Don't do this. I don't know if I actually needed to name it something different, but I just did anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. How was the stream last time? Remember what I said? No, I don't. I'm sorry. If you want to code so hard, duplicate laser when it's created and rotate it 90 degrees. No, I'm not gonna. Mild rain, is that okay? It is okay. Rain isn't bad. Rain is a good thing. It makes the corn grow. How's the song go? Rain is a good thing, because rain grows corn and corn makes whiskey, and yeah, the song keeps going. But you have advice for anyone learning Godot? Use tutorials and make something simple first. Don't jump into your dream game. Follow a tutorial where they make a whole game, and then try to make a game all by yourself. But also, still don't make your dream game. When you make a game by yourself, make something stupidly simple and just say, hey, look, I made something. And then start to branch off of there, start to make something unique, but also that unique thing, make it something really, really simple. Just make like a teeny tiny arcade game. And then after you've made like 3 games, and your third game is finally something unique that you invented, but is still insanely simple, then start making some of the more complex games. But that way you can get the engine down first, and you'll have less trouble when you're making the more complex things that might come up with your unique game. It's pretty cloudy outside, not much else. Today we have a shout out to debug buttons. Yes. What happened to Void Titans? It's still a thing. It's not gone away. We're just making this smaller little game in between. So do not fear, one day Void Titans will become a thing. I don't want to ever be one of those devs that's like, yeah, I'm just going to quit this project after putting years of effort into it. Not my style. After this, we got to do dark hallway animation or environment. That would be fun, but I think that will come later because it's super unnecessary to the game. Like, it's definitely just fluff and stuff on top. So it will be a last minute type of addition. Suggestion: if larger shake amounts are always preferred, just compare new shakes to the current shake. Yes, I think that's the logic that we're going to need. So what we're going to do is say, oh, actually we would assign it right here, wouldn't we? Is this where we would assign it? I got to think about this. It's going to take some trial and error. I bet you guys already know the answer though. But, oh, we just wouldn't set the timer, or let's see. Yeah, when the timer times out. Why would it be when the timer times out? Because then we're setting the process to false. Oh, that's what it is. I see how it works now. I totally understand. That's why we have it in process. Because then we set process to true during the time that the timer is running. Interesting. So here's what we can do. We can say if, yeah, we'd be comparing it right here. If priority, because we got itty and bitty. If priority is greater than or equal to, because if it's, no, just if it's greater than. If it's greater than priority, then we don't do anything. We'll just go, we'll say, what is it? Break? No, is it, what? Return. That's what it is. Return. Otherwise, go for it. And if we go for it, then priority gets updated to the higher value. Right? Is that logic correct? Real Fars with the donation. Hey, thanks, mate. Oh, can I put a thumb? Can I? Oh, I can heart it. Ooh, I wonder why I never hearted it before. Thanks for the donation, bro. You know, he's probably just doing like psychological tricks on me. He's going to donate 99 cents every stream. And then one day I'm going to be streaming and he's just not going to show up. And I'm going to be like, what happened? Did he die? And I'll get super worried. And then for like days and days he won't do anything. And then all of a sudden come back. And I'll be like, oh, he's alive. I appreciate the donation though. But what if my dream game is a black square that moves with a WASD? Hey, you know, everybody's got their own dream game. Good luck with life though. I feel like the game could never really be complete without the dark hallway. And it might not, to be true. To be fair, which is true, I don't know. Words? Yippee, then make 10 more games before your dream game. Yes. Money, money, cash grab, money. Money, money, cash, cash, money. Yes. I changed the poll to exclude stock photos because it's too risky. Yeah, it could be. Depends on the stock photo. Could be, yeah. I don't know. If you're scared of being copy struck, then yeah, make your own stuff, I guess. Team Fortress 2, brev. Cat dev, what? I don't even know anymore. Just wanted to watch Zoozing. Artindi, what is a childhood game you love, but now realize you were potentially not supposed to play, that you were not supposed to play it at my age? I don't know if I ever played games that I wasn't supposed to play at my age. To be fair, are you talking like because they're too mature for me, or because they were too complex for my child mind, which is impossible because I'm a genius? No, just kidding. I think I've set it up. And we're going to... Oh, it's going to be so hard to test, though. No, it won't be. We can give it ridiculous parameters to test. Okay, so we're going to do swipe the sword. We're going to give it... I should just have left that code there. Global... What is it? Global stats dot camera dot shake. Okay, and now we can put the inputs in. So if we're doing a small shake on this, it's going to be, we'll do, well actually we're going to do 0.2 seconds worth of shaking. It's going to shake to a 1th degree, and it's going to have a priority of lowness. It's a low priority shake. Okay, and then we're going to copy this, and we're going to find where I jump. Here we go. So when I jump, then we're going to give this a 5-second long shake, and it's going to be uber intense, and it's going to have a higher priority because it's a bigger shake. So now here we go. We're going to test it out. If I jump, we should get a 5-second long shake. Ready? Yeah, that is a long shake. Okay. If I sword swipe, it should be a short shake. We got nothing. Okay, why didn't that work? Why? Why? Did I put this in wrong? That's the same thing. Is it just not enough for it to actually do it? Oh, I'm not resetting. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha. I'm not resetting the thing when it finishes, when the timer times out. After timer times out, we need to set priority back to 0. Priority equals 0. There we go. So that just kind of proves that it works already, though, right? Doesn't it? Yep, there's a little shake, and there's a long 5-second shake. But we get 5 seconds to test this out. I'm going to swipe my sword during the 5 seconds, and if the screen shake suddenly stops, that means it didn't work. It didn't suddenly stop. So it worked. We're the best. Look at us. All together. You guys trying to distract me, and me making my genius code anyway. Although, it's probably really ugly. Fairly is streaming, bruh. Oh, I thought you said bro. You actually said 2. Yeah, we've already like interrupted him. I was watching his stream before I started this stream. I was just chilling in his stream. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that. But actually, we're gonna keep it for just a second. We're gonna move, or actually, we're gonna leave this, but we're gonna change it to like teeny tiny, and it's gonna be lowest priority. I kind of want to see if it will look stupid if the screen is shaking each time you jump. It would kind of make sense though, right? Oh, you can't really see it when you're moving. It just kind of makes it chaotic. Okay, we don't need screen shake when jumping then. So goodbye. Do we want to keep the screen shake for when we swipe our sword though? That is the real question. We'll make a little teeny tiny screen shake. We'll see how it looks. Maybe 5 seconds is a bit too long. 5 seconds is like 4 of a cut screen. It's like 4 a cut. What? Yeah, that teeny tiny screen shake isn't bad. I think it adds a little bit of impact to the sword swing. If the sword is smaller though, it's like, ugh, yeah. Or maybe it should only happen if I hit something, right? I played Doom 2016 when I was like 12. So you're saying that was the game you probably shouldn't have played when you were that young? Or the people who play like GTA, what is it, 5, GTA whatever, when they're 11, it's like, yeah, probably shouldn't be playing that, bro. But I've never actually played that game, so what do I know? Yeah, I don't think I have any situations like that. I really only played games that were appropriate for my age all throughout my life, I would say, in my personal, professional opinion. So yeah, I got nothing to say to that. Although I do appreciate the question. We didn't succeed at our mission. We have failed. Yes, you have. I did actually finish coding my thing. But now we get to do the fun part. We get to add screen shake to everything. So let's copy this. And we can paste it in everywhere. We can put it in anytime something happens. So probably the death of every robot, every enemy, when they die, we'll add a little bit of a screen shake. Could be good. When they attack, when they do stuff. Let's see if they get hit, maybe. Let's see. Let's add it to every spawn sparks method or function, not method. And it will just be a little screen shake of 2 with a priority of, I don't know, 2. It'll be more important than your sword swinging, I think. And it doesn't need to be big, but we can see how that looks. I'm going to copy paste this into every robot now. Let's get rid of the dust, get rid of the section, danger floor, bomb cannon. Oh, the bomb's going to get a big one for sure. So let's bomb cannon, get one. Where's the spawn sparks? Spawn sparks right there. Let's open up all the other cannon. The normal cannon, it's right here. Should also have a spawn sparks thing. There it is. Spawn sparks and what's the last one? Charger. Spawn sparks. Let's see how this looks. What are you guys saying? I played TF2 in 2014 when I am the current age you are. It was CNC Gerals and Wolfenstein for me. Nice. I watched Mad Max when I was 4. It absolutely didn't influence me. Do you even remember it? Boom. That is a lot of screen shake for whacking a robot. Probably too much. The nice thing is we're working with floats, so if we want to like bring things down a little bit, it kind of, I don't know, it's interesting. It's kind of like, it's too much, but also not too much. Yeah, it's way too much. Let's turn it down just a little bit. It has a higher priority. The length, we could probably turn it back down to 1 here, but then maybe make this like 8. And we'll just copy these. And here. I didn't which are the fun parts, 4 lasers instead of 2. Yeah, right. I still think that 3, but tilted would be best. That would be cool, except it's pixel art, so it kind of gets hard. Although I am just rotating it. I don't know. It's hard. So add screen shake when you open a door. Yes. There's no doors, though. But if I add doors, yes. That sounds like great idea for masochists. Shu, do you need help? Instead of adding screen shake to the jump, just add the dust particle you made for the bomb thrower. That's a good idea, actually. I am going to continue working on my game now because I'm all inspired. Glad I could help. Dark Blitz. Did you just barely like show up too, or you've been like in the chat this whole time? Have you just been watching, building up your inspiration? Still watching though, he says. Okay. He's like, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to go work on my thing. Duke Nukem 2 added particles. That's fun. Bye-bye. Okay. I'll catch you later, Cat Dev. I don't think you're actually saying bye-bye to me, though. I think you're still going to be here. Add screen shake when you navigate the menu. Yeah. Like when you hover over stuff. And then there's just like this big old boom each time you like click on anything. Thank you. I'll have to return to the chat with that bye-bye. Yes. Can't you add screen shake for everything? Like even loading games or pressing menu buttons? You could. Yeah, currently you could. All you need is this line of code. Anytime something happens, you just run this line of code with different amounts of screen shake. Let's add it to the bomb, actually. Bomb. So when the bomb goes off. What? Oh, it's up higher. I was like, why is that all the code? Maybe I should scroll. Let's see, spawn bomb, do large bomb. Okay, so the bomb actually goes off right about here, I think. Yeah, we'll add it here, and it's gonna last, let's make it last like 0.4 seconds. We'll make it really big. And it's gonna have a high, it probably should have the highest priority. We'll go with 6 for now, and if we need to change it, we can. And then, should a large bomb be bigger? Nah, we'll leave it for now. And let's see how it looks. If you make me watch stream, it has to be 2 a.m. It's Pride Month. What did you expect? Cat Dev, you good, bro? What are you guys talking about? Boom, boom. Yeah, you can feel the bombs go off. I probably shouldn't have just killed everything. Let's go find a bomb cannon. We definitely need to add screen shake for when that goes off, because it looks kind of wimpy. There we go. There's a bomb. There's 2 bombs. That feels good. And it's like not quite a quarter, not quite half a second. It's hectic too, and once we add sounds, it'll be like, it'll make sense, I think. That's pretty good. What do you guys think? I need help with my engine, with my head, with my life. It's 23:33 where I live right now, so I might have to leave soon. What, you think sleep is important? You think sleep is more important than helping keep me captive? What? Who are you? Who are you? All right. Got the screen shake in for a few things. What else do we need? The bomb cannon, or the normal cannon when it fires. Let's see. On fire. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Spawn sparks. That's when it gets hit. Fire is shooting animation play fire beam. This is where it fires. I think I need to have it trigger some code in the animation player right here. And I do that by clicking add track, and I do a, what is it, a property track? Call method track. There we go, except I have to pick the method. So that means I have to add the method. Let's do, well, actually let's leave it up by the code where we call fire in a crowded theater. Spawn sparks fire. Okay, so let's do function screen shake. Yeah, we'll do that. Screen shake function. Okay, and let's see if we can add it in here with this. Add a call method track. It's gonna be on cannon. Wait, it didn't work? I know I've done this before. Functions. I only need one of these. Do I get to pick the function? Dot what? Does it only work on like the methods that are already existing? Does anybody know? Anybody more professional at this than I am? Europe is the best. Oh, don't get into the naming different countries and what's good about them or not. Nice creeper. Same, but I've basically become nocturnal since I finished school, so I'm in it for the long haul. Nice. That's interesting because I guess it's evening here. It's like 3:36 here. You guys can see my screen, so you can see what time it is. It's like 3:36 here. So I guess a lot of people are still in work. It's Friday. But most of the people viewing, I feel, are in Europe right now because I guess they've got off work and it's late. People staying up late. Probably not the best time for me to stream, but it's the best time I have to stream. On Saturday, though, I'll stream in the morning. That way, it'll be evening, but not bedtime for people in Europe, and then just morning for people here. But it's Saturday, so hopefully they won't be in work. It's best time, Artindi. This is the best time, he says. You're right, Artindi. I don't need sleep. I will simply have code sleep into myself. What? Yes. Sounds good. I hope I will one day make anything cool. You can do it if you just believe. My favorite country is Dinosaur Island. But you're in Africa, actually. Aha. Similar time zones to Europe, though, right? At least large parts of Europe. I need stream to last till 2 a.m. It's almost midnight for me. Cool. How do I do this, though? I thought this is how I... Oh, wait. No, I just have to, like, insert key. Ah, here we go. And then I can pick the function. Okay, so we're going to do... I think I should search for it. Screen shake. Nope. What did I name it? Yeah, I just named it screen shake. I've done this before. Insert key. Is it because I picked functions? Is that why? Or is it right here? Yeah, spawn sparks. Maybe I need to save it before it will show up here. Save. That's probably what it is. Screen shake. There it is. Look at that. Open. Look at that. So now this will trigger that. I'm going to put it right here. And it's going to last, well, it could last a little longer than that. But now we can copy paste in the screen shake. It's going to be not as big as the bombs, I think. So we'll give it a priority of 5, but it's going to be the second biggest thing. And the screen shake amount will be just a little bit smaller and not last quite as long. We'll do 1.5. What do you guys think? Let's see how it looks. I mean, it's midnight and 20 minutes, and I probably should go to bed soon, but I gave up on going to bed before 2 or 3 a.m. a long time ago. Like, he's like, I know what I should do, but am I going to do it? Probably not. Oh, wrong scene. Let's run this one. Of course, oh, there's the robot we need. Let's kill everything else so we can actually see the screen shake that we want to see. Probably should have just put it in the testing room. Bring it. Yeah, that feels good. Let me kill all these so I can look at it again isolated. Not bad. Not bad. How you guys liking the screen shake so far? Does it look alright? Should I add screen shake for when they die as well? Well, if I'm adding it when I hit them and they die when I hit them, and that's the only time they can die, I don't think I actually need to add screen shake for when they die. I should put screen shake for when I get hit, for when the player gets hit. That's probably true. Let's see. I think, is it just under a function called hit? Yeah, it is. So if I end up getting hit, let's add some screen shake. If immune equals true, no, it's just immune does equal true. Yeah, once you get hit, you become immune. And then if your shield is on, then you'll get hit. If it's off, then you die. Oh, and if shield hit points are equal to 0. Why do I have shield hit points? I can't remember. It's probably a reason. I'm only going to do it if... Well, you only get hit if you're not immune. So let's just add it here. It's going to be much smaller, though, than do 2. It's going to be probably, let's do 0.8 maybe. 0.8. And this is going to only last, or no, the priority is lower. We'll do 3. Because it's important, but not that important. Although you do the priority based on how large the screen shake is. So I'll have to double check some of the screen shakes later. Make sure I don't have a larger screen shake than that. That is that has a lower priority. We're never going to see it if I get hit by these bombs because their screen shake is so big. We'll have to do it with the path bot. Delete. Add child node path bot. What am I doing? Instantiate the path bot. There we go. Now we can move it up here and test it out. This will be a lot easier to see the screen shake because I can just choose when it happens. Yeah. Little screen shake. See that? Oh, that, except I died. Germany from 1941. I won't complain. 24. Living in Podlasie be like. Yes, I'm in Podlasie and I rememberst. Wait. Give me your magnitude, longitude, IP address. It's latitude, I think. I need to verify something. Okay. But now, what should we work on next? I think we've put screen shake in for most everything that we can put it in for. Sword attack. Getting hit by, taking damage. Oh, by the way, for the people who asked and I couldn't show them because I had code that was not incomplete, this is the floor hazard. That's what it looks like. There's also floor hazards that you can't see because they're underground. And then if you pick the right or wrong, I don't know, it depends on your perspective, upgrade for the environment later on, then in future runs you'll have to face all the floor hazards, not just the ones that are open. See, there's two that would be there, but they're not because the game starts out a little easier because you have all these powers and the environment isn't as strong. Are you going to continue the In Search of Unique series? I stopped doing the In Search of Unique series because nobody cared. Each time I uploaded one of those, less people watched it. And so after a while, I was like, well, no point in doing that if, the idea should have been, or was, that each time I upload one, more and more people would gain interest, and eventually it would become a bigger thing. But instead, the opposite happened, and so I decided, why would I keep making these? I really enjoy making them, which is a bummer, but people apparently don't enjoy watching them. Although the people who do enjoy watching them apparently enjoy it quite a bit because they often ask if I'll keep doing it. But it's just, if there's not enough interest in it, I can't have it be what I spend my time on, you know? So maybe I'll try it again sometime. I haven't made one for a very long time now. And if people find it interesting, then we could... Man, the screen shake does add a lot. Is aggressive amounts of screen shake. Let's do fast cannon, fire right, and full attack. You guys are just having like a DM conversation in the chat right now. Add particles to the jump. Yes, yeah, we should do that. But I feel like they should be smaller particles than the ones we see when the bomb lands. Right, so watch this bomb land. See the particles. Boom. We'll just add the particles, the exact same particle effect right now, and see, and then if it looks stupid, then we can adjust it, right? Of course, right? Playa. So we're going to. Let's see. Let's just go to the bomb. Copy paste the code in here. Preload the particles into the player scene. I don't have any preloaded stuff in the player scene. Interesting. And then we spawn the particles here. Let's do spawn dust function. Works with me. We'll just tack it on at the end here. And then we can spawn dust when the player lands, which is... how do I determine that again? I can't remember. You guys bored yet? We are just doing more code, but I guess it is a visual thing. You guys will see how the dust works. Jump. 14 matches of jump. Okay, here's where the jump action, the jump happens. Oh, there's a jump function there. Click on that. Get tree, get timer, jump duration dot timeout. Oh, okay, so this is when the jump ends, I think. So we should be able to put it here, and it should work. Let me copy that now. This is a small little shake. We're gonna give the jump shake low frequency, low impact. Oh, but this is where we're also calling the spawn dust function, right? Spawn dust. There we go. So we added a little bit of screen shake for when you land after jumping. It's a teeny tiny one. Let's go for it. Let's see. What do you guys think? I feel like there should be just a particle effect when you're moving around, you know? Like just when you're walking, you see some dust. I mean, I know dude who actually smokes catnip like green leaves. Interesting. It's like when you drop into a conversation and you don't know what they're talking about, and then that's the line you hear. And you're like, huh? Looks good, says Nice Creeper. Is it GD script? It is GD script. El Senor Robot, how's it going? Yeah, it's GD script. Of course it's GD script. You should know that. More dust, but I don't know. More dust? You don't think that's enough dust? I think we should add dust for like when you're walking around, but maybe not at the landing. I think that's like, why would you kick up more dust than the giant bomb landing, you know? Well, it's not that giant, but still. I think this looks good. But maybe you mean more dust when you're walking. Is that what you meant? Say it's what you meant. Please. Just kidding. Winio Gaming. I'm just teasing. You know me since when? Would I go for this? I would. You guys are just carrying on your conversation. In the live stream, in live stream's description, it says if you cut out without warning, the power probably went out. How likely is that? Like, is that sentence there for a reason? It is there for a reason, because I was live streaming in the past and the power just went out, and I was like, what? And it took me like 10 minutes to get back on, because like power comes back on and it was a flicker. Like the power went out for that long, right? It was enough to turn my computer off and to turn off my thing. I forgot what it's called. Wi-Fi thingy. Words are escaping me. That thing turned off as well. So then my computer turns back on pretty quickly, but the Wi-Fi has to reboot, and that takes like 10 minutes. And so the live stream was just dead for 10 minutes. And I came back on, and thankfully most everybody came back, I think. But I still put that in there just in case. Because it happens with... It's pretty regular, actually. I've been lucky so far. Streaming every day so far this week has not happened, but it could. You never know. Just a minor add to fall dust and movement dust. Oh, dust. Movement dust. Yeah, definitely movement dust. I don't... Well, we'll see about the fall dust, but definitely the movement dust. We might have to make a different particle effect than the current one we have. Although I wonder if I could just change it a little bit. Do we still have merge here? I think they got rid of merge in Godot 4, and I was very annoyed with it. Maybe we can do it like this. We can instantiate a child scene. No, but I won't be able to edit it. Yeah, that's why I liked merge in past Godot versions, because it'd become like a separate thing. It's like the copy paste. Maybe I can actually just copy paste. Let's see. Dust. Dust. The dust scene. Such a dusty scene. Can I just copy this and then make a new scene and paste it in? No way. Well, that works. Let's see. Make this the scene parent. Where is it? Make local? Nope. Make scene root. There it is. Instantiated scenes can't become roots. Great. So what if I make it local first? Make local. Make scene root. There we go. Delete. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, but this one we don't want to delete itself after a second. Instead, this one is just going to be constantly poofing out dust. And it's not going to be quite as time. It's not going to be as explosive. Instead, it's going to be more like this. And there's going to be less of them. We're going to do like 3, I think. Okay. And then only when the player is moving will we make it visible. Like, so we could just turn off visibility. And then if the player's moving, turns on. Except no, that wouldn't work. We'll have to turn on and off emitting. Wait, turn visibility off. So if we turn off emitting, yeah, see, I turned it off, but the ones that were already emitted stay visible. But then you turn it back on and it starts emitting again. Right? I think that would be the best idea. But then there's also another thing we have to click that will make it so that the particles don't follow the player, but instead they will become their own thing when they enter the scene. I can't remember which thing it is. It makes it so that like their position is not dependent on the parent it's attached to. Met me in the cardboard. Meet me in the cardboard on left. Oh, you guys are still just having your chat there. What if the jump had some movement lines or some type of blur? Potentially. Just a minor ad followed. Okay, also my keyboard doesn't work. Well, shoot. Winning, says UGib. Well, thanks. Because it's a YouTube sin. It depends on Artindi. Wait, what? Well, I mean, we don't want to miss the stream. Oh, you guys are still just doing your chat? Yeah, it is kind of a, I mean, maybe chat. Like, go get on Discord and open a DM. Artindi trying to understand our lore. Also, I'm poor, okay. Yeah, let's see. I gotta figure it out. I think maybe it's under drawing. Local chords. Okay, so if we turn this on, then actually I might be able to, no, I can't show it here. But yeah, that's what I need to do. And I think that's all I have to do is just turn on and off emitting. But now it has local coordinates on, so that way the particles retain whatever position they were emitted at instead of following the parent around. And then we can just attach it. We'll add, oh wait, let's save it. We'll save this. Oh wait, it just saved. Oh, that's the original dust scene. This one is going to be saved under particle effects here. Maybe. Environment. Particles. There we go. It's going to be dust 2. That's how we're going to save it. Save. Now we can attach that to the player. Dust 2. Dust to dust. No, that's the regular dust. Delete. Oh wait, no, that's accurate. Okay, and then in the code here we will specify if we're moving, then if input direction, yes. So here is this it? I might need to add some kind of detector to detect if we're moving. Oh, just velocity. If velocity doesn't equal 0. Yep, that's all it is. Let's just put it in right here. Actually, let's put it in below that. If velocity does not equal 0, and is there a variable for if we're jumping? I don't have a variable for if I'm jumping, really. Well, either way, let's just do this and see if it works. Artindi, do you have any funny stories from school? Personally, I fell asleep on a trampoline during class. Wait, you had a trampoline in your class? What? Why would you have a what is this, trampoline class? Go to trampoline school? Yeah, that distracted me. Good luck, Artindi. Dropped in to leave a like. Well, thank you. Appreciate the like. Let's see. What am I doing? Dust. If velocity does not equal 0, then the dust thing. Dust. What is it? It's just called dust, right? Dust. Right? Yeah. Dust dot emitting equals true. Did I spell emitting right? I don't know if I did. Why doesn't it like... Oh. I can't just do equals 0 because this is a vector 2D or vector 2. Right? Yeah, it is. So let's declare a vector and set it to 0 just so we can have something to compare to. Variable, we'll call it 0 equals vector 2 set to 0 and 0. There. Now we can say if it equals 0. There. Ta-da! Else dust equals true. Or dust emitting equals false. My bad. I didn't really answer your question though, did I? Or whatever it was. Then you still don't want to go... Oh, you guys are just talking still. Pirate Adobe Productions for EA games is always morally correct. That's quite bad. I had close friend in prison. What? Pirate Lasers is always morally correct. I'm here, by the way. Haven't commented in a while since I'm animating. That's fine. Yeah, you can just lurk, watch in the background if you don't feel like commenting. Totally good. Go Dust, he says. No, we had a trampoline. We had a trampoline outside, but I fell asleep and missed the entire class. And now I was sleeping. They just did not want to wake me. Oh, they knew you were sleeping? How old were you? You had to be like young enough where they're like, it doesn't matter. You're like at the age where teachers still care about you as an individual. Do you have some roadmaps? Do you have some roadmap for streams? For the streams I'm doing? Just in my mind. Most of what we work on depends on you guys. Like if you guys want to work on a particular thing, you can let me know, or I'll do polls if there's multiple options. Today we kind of already decided we're just going to work on the screen check, but we already put that in there. So now we've moved on to some more particle effects, which we could definitely add more particle effects to some of the other things that the robots do. I think could be cool. But today, will today's stream be to 2 a.m.? It will be till we're done. I don't know. Probably for just another hour, I think, because I do have stuff that I got to do later today that cannot be put aside. It's not just personal stuff. It is commitments with other people. So, you know. What does a trampoline and a person have to do with the stream? Good question. Somebody was asking about like if I have any memories, and then they shared their own about how they fell asleep on a trampoline at school. Let's see if this works though. You got any advice for game deving, Artindi? Just practice a lot. Why is it giving a big poof of dust every time just from walking? What? That should only happen when I land. Why? Did I do the wrong one? I'm confused. I did do the wrong one, didn't I? Instantiate child node, dust. It should be dust 2. Yep, I knew it was something different. So this should be dust 2 and dust 2. There, let's try that. I think I fixed it, hopefully. No, see, but I'm just spawning it in. That's right. That's right, right? Yeah. I don't need this. Delete nodes, because I instantiate it in code. I'm an idiot. By the way, no, it's still doing it. What the heck? You're just like farting all over. That's what it looks like anyway. Do I have any advice for game deving? Yeah, a lot of practice. Pick a game engine, and especially if you're new to it, I've probably said this a couple times already. If you're new to it, make little arcade games. Make games that people have already made before. Follow tutorials. That way you can get good at using the tool. So if you get good at using the tool, your frustration will only be on the game design and not the tool. Ideally, here I am struggling with the tool. See, but the more you can eliminate the frustration you have with the tool you use to make games, the less frustrated you will be making games. So that's my big advice for you. Also, do lots of research. Research everything you can, but it depends on who you are. A lot of people do research differently. You know, it's different for everybody. For me, I like to do a lot of research. I like to learn as much as I can, and because I learn a lot of that stuff about game design, I then share it as well. And that's part of the reason for my YouTube channel. From dusk till dawn. The dust confuses him. It does. I'm very confused. Do I have a Discord? Or no, you're not talking to me. You're talking to somebody else. I'm using Unity. Do you feel united? Are you on Artindi server? He asks. But I won't voice chat. You guys are just having a conversation. I want to make a bullet hell game like Tahu. It's fun. Sounds good. Bullet hells can be very interesting. Can be a delicate balance, I think, but could be good. Why is it breaking though? Why? Why? What's wrong? What's wrong with it? Is it because of the scene itself? Because I don't. Let's go to the scene. The dust scene. Visibility is on. If it's on, it's on, but it's a different scene. What is happening? Did I do something in the code? I couldn't have, because this is the only spawn dust. Yep, that's where that is. There's spawn dust. And the thing with that code is after a while it deletes itself, right? No, I removed the code. I made a mistake. I didn't have it delete itself after a second. 'Cause that's how long it runs for, right? Time is 1 second. Whoopsie. My bad. My bad. Let's put this back in there. After 1 second, delete yourself. Self.queueFree. Queue, if I could type, free. There we go. Robot, are you still there? Are you still in the chat there? It might have sounded like I was being rude to him because he said, "Is that GD script?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's my friend who actually knows how to code. So wrong scene. I broke it. Close. I want to one day make an RTS, but I realized that is going to be far from now, as that stuff takes years and is complicated. Yes, it is. RTS games, good luck to the people who make those. I've thought about making how to fail at RTS games, but I'm like, nobody makes those. Like, people do, I guess, but not solo indie developers. And like, maybe there's indie people who do make them, but it's even then, like, it takes like a team of people to make them. RTS is real-time strategy, so games like we were just talking about them too. Games like, I have one here somewhere. Where'd it go? Supreme Commander. Games like Supreme Commander or Command and Conquer or StarCraft 2. Those are all RTS games. Whoa, that was loud. Let's see. RTS. Action RTS or real-time strategy. There we go. Steam Summer Sale. Real-time strategy. Yep, Command & Conquer, Supreme Commander. They are billions, I guess, RTS. Mindustry, I guess that's an RTS. Technically, it's RTS. Starship Troopers. Yeah, those are the popular ones, I suppose. But it goes into things like some of the classic ones. What Age of Empires is an RTS. Like Age of Empires 2, that one's pretty famous. Peak RTS right there for sure. Yep, that's what RTS is. Looks like Robot did leave. Goodbye, Robot. He probably dropped in. He said something, and then I was rude. And he's like, "Well, fine then. I'm not gonna watch your stream." I don't know. He's probably chilling. Let's see. I'm gonna go stalk him real quick. Yeah, he went offline. That's funny. Artindi is one of my favorite YouTuber streamers from now. From now? Like, for now. You'll do. That's what he's saying. He's like, you'll do for now. I guess I must have a favorite YouTuber, and for now, you'll be mine. We'll see how soon that changes. I appreciate it either way. Always explosions. Stronghold was the best strategy. Sounds cool. I've heard rumors and theories that RTS games are coming back. I think I even have one or two on my wish list. I don't think they're on sale right now. In fact, I don't even think it's out. Did I put it on the wish list all the way? Yeah, Dustfront RTS, new RTS that looks dope. Let's look at this. Whoa and stuff. Like, the art actually looks pretty cool. Apparently you can rotate your camera too. You can see the camera rotating live. It's not just a cinematic. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, I've heard RTSs are making a return. They're kind of coming back. They fell out of popularity to some extent just because it's hard to beat some of the ones that are out there. It's hard to beat Supreme Commander. It's hard to beat StarCraft 2. Hard to beat Age of Empires 2. So why compete when you cannot beat? I think that's what they're thinking. But for now, Man Castle Story had so much potential. Oh, is the game Castle Story? Is it morally wrong to make a video game making fun of my friend? It's 90% done. I just want validation. Yes. No. Maybe. Depends on your friend. Make sure it's not making fun in a mean way, but poking fun, and they understand that. Portal 2 too. Yeah, I got all the good games, of course. Portal 2, one of my favorites. I think I fixed the issue. Should be good now. Let's check it out. It broke instantly. Invalid set index emitting. Oh, did I just see? Wasn't even reaching here. Let's see. Player dest2 emitting emitting. That should be working. Why wouldn't it work? It's a bool, right? If true, particles are being emitted. Emitting can be used to start and stop particles from emitting. However, if one shot is true, setting emitters to true will not restart the emission. Oh, it's because it's set to one shot. Let's see. Time. It's under time. It's under drawing. I can look it up. One shot. No, it was not set to true. I'm so confused now. Why would it do that? Invalid set index emitting on base null instance with. Oh. Am I deleting this? Is that why? Because I have the same script attached to it. Well, just get rid of the script then. Goodbye, script. Wait, let's go to the scene and get rid of the script. No script on this scene. There we go. I love RTS. Have Age of Empires 2 through 4. EU4, all of the CNC games, Command & Conquer. 2 Supreme Commander 1, Supreme Commander 2. Do you have Supreme Commander, what's it called? The other one. Forged Alliance. I've heard that one is like the best of the Supreme Commander games. Because it's basically just Supreme Commander 1, but then they add stuff to it and made it better. Do I have TF2? I do not have TF2. Never played it. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint. I will pass my Steam library to my kids if I will ever have them. Good luck with that. You have to like download all the games to your computer so you can play them locally and then hand off your computer, because otherwise you'll have to somehow like pass off your Steam account to somebody else, and Steam doesn't really like that. So yeah, good luck. It's like you didn't really buy the games, you just bought the license to download the game infinitely. I guess once you have the game on your computer, it's yours, but yeah. It's weird. Questionable. I will pass my DevCat. He's asking for 50% off. It's 50% of the profit, but half of 0 is still 0. What? Dang. TF2 is just not as good as Animal Well. I put Animal Well on my wish list, if that counts for anything. And I'm really tempted to get, what's the game? What's the game? I can't remember. The game where you're a little snail slug. Rain World, that's the one. I'm thinking about getting Rain World this summer sale just because it's so highly recommended, and that game is very similar to. I believe it's similar to the game that you were just talking about, and I can't remember what it is already. The Supreme Commanders I have are 2 and Forged Alliance. Ah, there we go. Yeah, Forged Alliance is basically just 1 but better. So there's no point in getting 1 if you have Forged Alliance, because it's kind of like a DLC, I think, to 1, except they just sell the whole game. So yeah. I can't be stopped unless I make my attacks weaker. I make myself slower. So slow. Okay, it feels so good with the screen shakes. It looks so good. It just needs sound. It just needs maybe music. Music would be cool. And this screen and the 2 win and lose screens. You got a win screen and a lose screen. Prior to being the lose screen, because not many people are going to see the win screen. Haha. Artindi, I have all the good games. Also, Artindi, not having Hollow Knight. Well, I mean, you can deduce what that means logically. I have all the good games, and I also don't have Hollow Knight. What does that mean? No, just kidding. I have no opinion about Hollow Knight. I've never played it. I imagine it's good because everybody loves it for some reason. Like I said, I don't know what that reason is, so who knows. But summer sale. I really want to get this, Mandalords. It looks dope. Sons of the Forest on sale. they never really put it that expensive, and it seems like it should be way more expensive because it's such a big game, you know? It seems like it's a AAA game. Balloon Tower Defense looks like it's really inexpensive. Might be a good time killer. No Man's Sky looks like a fun game. Kind of wanted to get that. But man, that is expensive though. I have all good games. Also, I don't have TF2. Well, I mean, there you go. What do you think that means? I am kind of pirate, so I don't care. I saw a post recently, and people were talking about it, where they said it was somebody. It might have been Pirate Software. I can't remember. It was somebody, but they're like, yeah, if you can't afford a game, and you pirate it because you can't afford it, that seems fair because you shouldn't be excluded from culture just because you can't afford it. And it's like, wow, that's kind of deep. But then at the same time, if you can't afford it, then freaking pay for it. If you legit can't afford it, which if you have a cell phone, I find that hard to believe. So you can just go ahead and wishlist Carlson. Isn't that the game by what's his bucket? I can't remember names right now. And there's people are talking about how it's like never gonna come out. Carlson, yeah. By Danny. Potentially never gonna come out. Is that what everybody's kind of thinking? Balloon 6 is good. Yeah, that's what I've heard. And it's super cheap right now. Ark Survival Ascended. Barf face. I was not a fan of Ark Survival Ascended. It was okay. Like there's good things about it, but the UI is horrible. It's so bad. And there's certain things with the balance of the game that are just not good. Blood and Bacon is just so odd. The quality of this looks so impressive. Like the editing quality of the trailer and everything. Danny knows what he's doing. So, for whatever that's worth. Otherwise, I don't know what has really happened to him. I never really watched his content, to be totally honest. 7 Days to Die. Oh wait, we're looking at the store. Let's go back to the store. Yeah, I heard that too. Maybe it was Pirate Software, but I don't remember too. I'm pretty sure it was Pirate Software. I think Pirate Software was reading somebody else's post, and he was like, yeah, this is how it is. And most of the time I agree with a lot of the stuff Pirate Software says. And to some extent I agree. If you really can't afford it, like legit can't afford it, then yeah, then why should you be excluded from culture? I agree with that sentiment. At the same time, what constitutes not being able to afford it? If you have a cell phone, you can afford it. That's just how it is. I don't have a cell phone, and I can afford games. If you have a cell phone, you can afford it. So, yeah, take that. If people are like, yeah, but people need cell phones. No, they don't. I don't have one to save money. I legit don't have a cell phone because I'm that poor. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's how it is. If you really think you can't afford a game, then ask yourself if you have a cell phone first. If you do, then you can afford it. Don't pirate it if you can afford it. And if you have a cell phone, you can afford it. So there you go. That's my logic. Do the cell phone check before you pirate. I have heard of people pirating in order to test the game out and then paying for it because they do want to support it. Kind of like a return policy with a longer than 2 hour limit. And to some degree, I kind of agree with that. Like I can kind of see that, but it does take a certain degree of honesty from the person doing that as well, because you have to be honest enough to try out the game for free and then have the integrity to then go and pay for it officially now that you've decided it's good enough, which I imagine would be difficult. Once you have it for free, why would you put money towards it, right? There's people who do that, and I know they do, but I feel like a lot of people say they do that and maybe don't. I don't have any proof of that, though. That's just all I got. No, there's people who have cell phones but can't afford them. Don't remember who mentioned their cell phone thing, too. Potentially, but I don't know. There might be cases. It comes down to individual cases, of course, but I think in general you can do a cell phone check. Do the cell phone check. Are there any games set in a peaceful post-apocalypse society? Society has collapsed and with nature consuming civilization, but there's no unnatural threats like zombies, radiation, etc. I imagine there are, but it's just too easy to add in those things, so a lot of people do. It would be hard to find, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. The smear frame I animated was nightmare fuel. Nice. Stream star. What is your living state right now? Me? My living state? I don't know if I understand the question. Maybe rephrase. How dest orders are so hacking annoying they make me actually flip. How DST orders? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. So, did you send the invite? Oh, you guys are still just talking. I will pirate whatever I want because I'm above the law. I can't really enforce that. That's just my opinion. If you guys feel it's not morally questionable to pirate, then that's up to you. So, do what you want, I guess, Epic progress, probably, yeah, with the amount of distraction, sure. Don't question it. It's more progress. I've said this a couple times. Hazer. It's more progress than I would have got done if I wasn't streaming at all. So that's the idea here. It's a net positive. Although I get distracted frequently while streaming, more progress gets done than not. And I almost need to be done streaming anyway, so I figured I'd just start talking about whatever. Talking about what you guys want to talk about. What do you guys want to do for the next 20 minutes? Artindi, make your game on Steam for $100, but make it free if you can pirate it. Just make it like impossible to pirate. I'm not that tech savvy. I know Pirate Software did that, which is ironic because that's his name, Pirate Software. He made his game like literally impossible to pirate because it's dependent on Steam for the save game to work. But yeah, you say that until people start pirating your games. If people can pirate, I don't have any control over it. I can't control other people. If they decide to pirate my game, then whatever. At the same time, if they pirate my game and they're playing it and they're showing it to other people and they're like, dude, that's awesome, and it's probably a positive, probably a net positive. Although they're not paying me themselves, they have a chance of increasing its popularity. So I myself am not going to be worried about people pirating my games. All I can say is, personally, I feel like it is morally questionable. But it's up to everybody else to decide what they think about that. If people pirate my game, I can't do anything about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. That's it. Is Fightcade piracy? I don't know what Fightcade is. Artindi, I'm back. Welcome back. After 12 hours, maybe, of streaming. Well, no, we got about 20 more minutes, I think. So we can just talk about whatever. You heading out? I'll catch you later, El Senor Cat Dev. Yeah, we can talk about whatever, do whatever. If you guys have any hot ideas for the last 20 minutes of the stream, shoot them out there. And we'll. Right now, we're talking about the morality of pirating games. Also, it's so risky. Like, maybe there's trustworthy sources out there for pirating games, but I don't know if I'd want to download something like that on my computer and then run it. Bye-bye. What? I'm late. Is pirating safe or is it a crime? See, that's the thing. Setting aside the morality of it, that's what I was talking about. The security of it is pretty questionable. Like, you're downloading who knows what else with that game onto your computer. So, and I've heard horror stories of people downloading things that seem highly trustable and then losing everything on their computer and potentially more. DW, I'll donate my uni tuition to compensate for anyone pirating your games. My games? I mean, sounds good. I'll take it. Or are you not talking to me? You're talking to somebody else. Yeah? What's the DW? Cost is going to be like $3. Ain't no way someone's going to pirate that. It's going to be, there'll be a free demo that costs $3. That's how what I decided it's going to be. Cost is a demo. It's going to be a free demo that costs about $3 or $4. I don't know. You'd be surprised. People pirate all sorts of stuff, and the amount of effort they put into it, I imagine, is like, dude, you could just pay the $3. I think that pirating any games is unethical in general. If you're gonna pirate anything, pirate games from people who can afford to take the loss. Yes. That's kind of like the Robin Hood morality. It's less bad. To some degree, it's still bad because stealing is stealing. Even if you're stealing from the rich, it harms them less, so it's less bad, but it's still bad if you think about it. It's kind of fun to think about, though. Fun to talk about. I hope I don't sound preachy or anything, but you know, those are my thoughts on it. I don't personally, I don't feel comfortable even pirating from AAA studios, just because I don't know. It's I don't know. Though everybody can decide what they think is best for them. So good luck on figuring out that moral question. I might be cooked then, says Zoom. Do a poll on something very controversial. Let's do it. Start a poll. There we go. Do you pirate games? Do you think talking about smoking catnip? What do you think talking about smoking catnip on your streams? I don't understand. What do I think about smoking catnip? I would never do it. Why would I talk about that? Oh, DW because don't worry. Uni because university. Yes, I did get the Uni. I didn't get the DW. I won't ever pirate indie games. You would have to kill me first. Over my dead body. Favorite food, anyone? Sometimes I pirate. An admission. But is it an admission of guilt? Do you feel bad about it? Or is it just like, I do it? Artindi, what inspired you to make games? I don't know. I've always made games. Even before I was making video games, I was making board games. I grew up making games with like paper or freaking Legos, like with my brothers and stuff. I've been making games since I can remember. So yeah, that. And then as soon as I was able to code and make video games, then boom, I was making video games, and that's what we're doing. Maybe I should like make the screen less boring, so it's not just like a blank conversation with an empty screen. We'll scroll through here while we chat, while we talk. We did a lot of progress though. Added that screen shake and a little bit of particle effect. Oh, we never actually like. You guys distracted me. Good. We never actually like saw if it was working correctly. Oh, it wasn't working correctly. There's like some kind of. No, it's working good. Yeah, so you get a little teeny particle while he's walking. Except it's not local. I gotta turn that on. We're gonna figure this out. We'll get this on here. Visible. Or is it texture ordering? Where is it? Can we find it? Local chords is on. Oh, I gotta turn that off. Turns out it's supposed to be off from the beginning. So this should work now. Yep. Okay. See, now the dust particles just appear behind you as you go. Except there's only one every once in a while. I think we need to turn that up just a little bit. Up from 3. Maybe we'll change it to like 8. Let's try that. See how that looks. It should be good. Garlic bread is too good to be true. It's not bad. And then you get a bigger poof when you jump. Makes sense. There we go. Show us your first game. My first game in video games was made on a laptop that does not work right now. I need to fix it so that I can get it off there because it's a part of history. But my first game I made with JavaScript and and CSS, and I used Chrome as my game engine. That was my first game, and then I realized I could get actual game engines for free. So it was I had never played Factorio, but it was basically a Factorio clone, and I was making Factorio without knowing it because I didn't know what Factorio was at the time. It was like a really lame version of Factorio, to be honest. Oh look, Elden Ring's on sale. It's still so expensive. It's a lot of money. Do I want to spend my birthday money on Elden Ring? Here, we'll look at my... maybe we'll do another poll on after this poll's done. I think this poll's done. End poll. 65% say no, they do not pirate games. 34% say yes, they do pirate games. Interesting. I've pirated Nintendo games out of spite. Just be like, take that, Nintendo. In Poland, all the games are almost as expensive as in Switzerland. Nice. Garlic bread is too good to be true. Garlic bread is pretty dope, as long as it's made right. There's some garlic bread that's like, eh, but some garlic bread is like, oh man, that's some amazing stuff. Let's do a poll. I'm gonna be buying a game, but it's gonna be a cheap game. I'm either gonna buy Supreme Commander, or what was the other one? A Balloon Tower Defense, or one of the other ones that it costs like $2. I can't remember. Let's see if we can find it. We'll see if you guys can decide what I'm going to play. Probably not. I might just ignore it anyway. But then I can at least get your guys' opinion, and it maybe it will sway what I actually decide on. I do like that they added this. Look at this. Feature deep discounts. This is how I saw the Balloon Tower Defense. Let's see all. There's actually not that big of a list. I'm kind of sad about it. They should have just grabbed anything that was, like less than $3 and popped it up here. I don't know why they only did these 90% off games, because I know there's more games out there that's 90% off. So, oh, there's also Arkham. Well, I don't know if I want to get that, actually. But then again, it's only $2. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just between those two. So we got... I feel like there should be more than that. Shadow of War. That's a dope game. Sort by price. Where? Just here. List view. See, the only game on, to be honest, I wouldn't mind playing some of these if they're free. But the only game I'm willing to spend money on out of this whole list is probably Balloon Tower Defense. Maybe the other one, I can't find it. Maybe Batman, maybe Witcher, actually. I've heard it's really popular, but not really. I'm not really that interested. Maybe Shadow of War. I know that one's pretty famous. Or let's just go to the regular store. I keep clicking up here habitually. I thought there was another game that's like, it was like $2. It's like, oh, that could be worthwhile because it's so freaking cheap. What are you guys saying? To be fair, I pirated games more as a teen, but bought a lot as adult, and now I rarely get a game at all because I've bought so many. Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, I might not end up buying any games this summer sale just because I don't need them. Like, I just bounce between the games that I have. Like, most of the games I have are games that you can play and then stop and then come back to. And I just bounce around between the games. Like, I'll play Satisfactory, and then I'll play Factorio, and then I'll play Project Zomboid, and then I'll all of a sudden go back to Captain of Industry, and I'll play some more 7 Days to Die, and some Stardew Valley. I just they're all like long-term, never-ending type of games that you can start over again. Those are the games that I really enjoy. And there's also games that you can just kill time with every once in a while, like Tower Defense, or yeah, Supreme Commander, whatever, you know. I never have pirated, but I see no problem in it if it's an older game, like something on the GameCube where you can no longer really get it. That is its own question, and I kind of almost agree with that. Like if it's inaccessible otherwise, then I can see that potential. There's a game or two that I know of that I've tried to find just because they're really old and they just don't exist anymore. And they're niche games that nobody cared about way back when they were a thing, but I do because I played it when I was a kid, you know. Artindi, do you ever use a site, whatever that says? I do not. I don't even know what it is. What's Captain of Industry about? It's a factory game. It's kind of a mix between Satisfactory and where'd it go? What's up at the top? It's a mix between like City Skylines and Satisfactory, or Factorio. It's very factory based game, but then there's also a little bit of like management, and it's mostly like factory management. A little bit of RimWorld mixed in there as well, because you assign something to be built, and then you have to wait for the people in the community or whatever it is to go and build it, like in RimWorld, right? So you're just like commanding, like build this thing here, and then 5 minutes later, a truck will show up with the supplies to build it, and then they build it, you know? We will mod the heck out of the game to win. I will buy Castle Crushers this summer. Here, we'll do the poll. Start a poll. Which game? We got Supreme Commander, Forged Alliance. That's SCFA, and then the other one is Balloons. If I could type Balloons TD. I feel like I know which one's going to win, but let's do the poll anyway. See what you guys think. What do you think about Terraria? I think Terraria is epically fun. I haven't been able to get very far into it. You can see how much time I've spent into it. 168 hours, which is nothing compared to real Terraria fans out there. But it's a really fun game. It's very unique play style, very unique building system. I enjoy it. Yeah. I love building things in Terraria. It's really fun. Kool-Aid drinker, hunt down the Freeman. What? Play the worst game ever. No. Well, no. I don't even know what the worst game would be. Is it Advanced Wars? What is? I don't know. I think if you have to buy something, then I think Bloons TD6 will be a good game for you. But don't rush to buy. You have 30 days to choose. Yeah, it's true. I'm definitely not rushed. I'm just seeing what you guys think. It probably won't even impact what I end up doing anyway, but it's still fun. In fact, you're probably going to end up voting the way I think you're going to vote. So I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you guys are what you guys think. What's your favorite game? Mine is Pizza Tower. My favorite game is Portal. It's an amazing game. Portal 2 specifically. Though it doesn't have replayability as much as other games. So I guess if I had to actually pick a favorite game, it'd probably end up being Minecraft, because you can always come back to that. Is it Advanced War? I don't know. Play the best game ever. Play FNAF. I've never... Oh, no, I lied. No, I have never played FNAF. Yeah, that's right. Never played it. I think I stole someone's footage for it when I talked about it somewhere. Shh, don't tell. It's the obscure game you were looking for, Advanced Wars. Oh, the obscure game. Let's see, is it on here? Advanced Wars. I don't think it was, because I didn't know what you're talking about. I think the game I was looking for was called Swarm. It's which, good luck finding a game with that name. Like, how many games are going to be named Swarm? It's a game where it's a space shooter, top-down space shooter. You're flying around and you're killing alien spaceships and stuff. It was dope. Game I played when I was Just a lad. Let's see, can we even find it? Swarm space shooter game. Hey, look, there it is. Galactic Swarm. Maybe if I use the correct words. But it wasn't Galactic Swarm. It was Swarm. It was the first one. 1998 video game. Let's go check it out on Wikipedia. Wow. It's so short. Anyway, that was a game I looked up once. I couldn't find where to play it. It was really fun when I did play it. It's probably like if I played it now, I'd be like, dang, this game sucks. It's good though. Is the obscure game you were thinking of Advanced Wars? Yeah. Oh, I bet you Advanced Wars is fun though. Also really like Terraria. I also really like Terraria, but I've played so much Tmod loader that I'm not sure if I would enjoy it as much without the quality of life mods and stuff. I've never modded it. I feel like I should get further into the game than I have before I start modding it, but who knows? Some games are just meant to be modded, you know? Matt Pat is crying right now. About what? What did I do? Pizza Tower fans find it too addicting. People were like, oh, you gotta check out Pizza Tower, and I checked it out, and I was like, this game looks so stupid. The art looks so lazy, and it just like it looks like it was drawn in Paint 2D. But I know that's the style they're going for, so I was wrong because everyone was like, they're like, no, it's supposed to be 90s style art, and I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of see it, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like you could get the 90s style art without making it look like it was drawn in Paint 2D. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, look, overwhelmingly positive. Everybody who plays it loves it, and I've never played it, so who am I to judge? Look up Advanced Wars, then seems like a game you would like. Advanced Wars. Is it on Steam, though? Nope. Advanced War. I'll have to look it up some other time. I believe you, though. It probably is. Granted, you can't get it on PC unless you pirate. Ahaha. Ahaha. Though it's a much older game, and like I said, when it's like out of access and all that kind of stuff, it kind of makes it more like I can kind of see pirating. Once it absolutely is no longer harming the developer, no matter how big or small they are, then it kind of changes it a little bit, where I don't feel like you're stealing so much as sharing an old forgotten piece of culture. But you know, there's still gray area there. It depends on what it is, how long it's been, who developed it, a whole bunch of other factors, where you're getting it from, all that stuff. Please, Star Fox or Donkey Kong? Oh, I'm not a big fan of those kinds of games. Star Fox. Is it? I don't even know if Star Fox is on here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Donkey Kong. Oh, those are like Nintendo. They're not going to be on. They're not going to be on Steam, are they? That's the style. It's so fun. Yeah, people like the style. It's interesting. Cyanite. I've been playing Minecraft since the PS3 edition came out, and I only beat it this year. Nice. Nice. I like to pretend I've been playing Minecraft for forever. I've just kind of followed it for forever. I didn't actually get to play it till after it'd been out for a little while. Please, if you're going to buy a game, buy Pizza Tower. It's overwhelmingly positive. Here's what I'll do. I'll actually add it to my wish list. I have no desire to play it though, because the art turns me off so much to it. But oh, it's on my wish list actually. Look at that. I don't know. We'll see. It's not really my style of game either. I'm much more of, like you've seen my games, I'm much more of like the base builder factory games that last forever, right? That's way more what I'm into. Sending good vibes, and you're on your work, my dude. Well, thank you. I like the good vibes. I am going to be getting off here probably like really soon, so if you guys got any final thoughts before we go, maybe you code by Civ 5 or Civ 6. Okay, I have Civ 5, And I actually, just today, before I went to work, it's on here. Civ 5. Wait, no, this is Civ 6, isn't it? This trailer is amazing. It is one of the greatest video game trailers ever. It doesn't show any gameplay, but just the music is amazing. I made a video, let's see, what was the video? I made a video or something, and I said, have you ever played a game where you're just like, the music was so good? And I turned this game on to the main menu, and I didn't play it till the song on the main menu had played all the way through, because it was just that good. And it's this song. I'm gonna get copy struck now. Anyway, one of the greatest video game trailers of all time. I do have this game though. The gameplay is a lot less impressive than the trailer, but yeah, it's a very good trailer. How to fail at making your own coding language. By doing it. Opinion on election, I'm going to pass. I don't, on my YouTube channel, I don't talk about political things, so thanks for the offer, though. Yeah, good trailer. The balls of the people building the first airplanes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, very true. Although the first airplanes ever, they didn't get very high, so it probably wasn't that scary, but it probably was still scary to some extent. I mean, let's be real. Nobody's ever flown before. They're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. That's probably why they had a hard time. No, I'm not going to complete that joke. You saw where I was going with that, though, right? Ring Racers, play or check the website. Ring Racers. Is it not on Steam? Ring Racers. I don't think it is on Steam. iRacing Trailmaker. Yeah, it's not on Steam. Ring Racers? Oh, let me see. Ring Racers. Oh, hard hiccup. Ow. I'm not seeing. It's not obvious which website it would be. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. That looks like it's probably what it is. Is it Dr. Robotnik's? Isn't Ring Racers a Sonic fan game? Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Sometimes, though, those little fan games can, like, the spin-offs of other games can be better than originals sometimes. Just make them good. Like, example, Dota is a mod from World of Warcraft, I think. And then they made Dota 2, which is an actual game, and not just the mod. And Dota 2, or Dota, became so popular as well that League of Legends became a game. So League of Legends, the game design of League of Legends is based on Dota, and other games that are also similar. So and that all came from a mod. So yeah, people who don't encourage modding of their game are not very smart, I think. There were a lot of attempts, you need a P in there, attempts to make a flying mansion since the medieval ages. The reason we don't, a flying machine since the medieval ages. The reason we don't hear about them is that they did not fly that well. Makes sense. Can you tell me how to make games more efficiently? Every time I try, I give up after 1 month. Yeah, here's how you do it. Notice you're giving up after 1 month. Make a game that you can make in 1 month. That's your answer. Cut back everything except for the absolute bare minimum of whatever game you're making, and make it in that amount of time. And if you can make it in that amount of time, then you'll be like, hey, I made a game. and next time you make a game, you'll be able to spend more time on it. But that's what you have to do. You have to cut back on all the scope creep. A good way to do that would be to do a game jam. There's lots of game jams. I'll show you. itch.io hosts to the game jams. Here's itch.io. Here's the jams. You can join any of these jams. Here's the current time, like to the hour, and all these jams when they start. Like here's Mix Jam 13. Probably don't want to start that one because it's the 13th one, or it has something to do with more than that. But there's lots of jams, lots of people participating in them. A lot of the jams will even have ways that you can connect with other people to form a team. If you're really good at only one part of game development, then potentially you can join a team. But what a game jam does is it forces you to make a game in a restricted amount of time. So like here's the Kenny jam. Kenny's a cool dude. He makes lots of assets, and I think for the Kenny jam you just have to use his assets. So you don't even have to make art or a lot of anything. Let's see. Yeah, so he's got all the questions, all this information. It starts in 20 days. You can sign up for it, and then it's gonna last. This is it looks like it's a 2-day jam. So it starts here. You have 2 days to make a game, and there you have that time limit to compel you to make a game. The other thing that game jams do is they force you to only make the bare minimum. Because that's the thing that causes a lot of people to fail at making games is scope creep. They start making something and like, oh yeah, let me add this. Oh, let me add this. Let me add this. And then they burn themselves out adding stuff that they don't need. Even though their ideas are probably good, the scope creep, I think, is the biggest killer of indie development. Doing a game jam compels you to leave out scope creep if you want to actually finish it. And it teaches you to only make the bare minimum. So I recommend doing that, if not forcing yourself to make a game that you can complete in 1 month. Can I build off of the 1 month game? You can, but don't plan on that. Make your game. Cut out as much as you can. Make the goal to be just to make the minimum viable product, a game that you can play. Even if it looks stupid, just make something. And then put it out for people to play. Once you have it all the way out there, and people are playing it, and you say, hey, I've made a game, then go back and build off of it. Yeah, if you want to. And then you could say it's game 2. It's a sequel. But look at all the stuff I've added, you know? Or it'd be a DLC, or not even a DLC. It could just be the updates to the game, right? But yes, you can build off of your 1 month game. Playing A Sprite for 21 hours, good grind. Yeah. You want to see, I've shown this to a lot of people. I want to see how long I've played A Sprite. 10,000 hours. It's been open this whole time though, and we haven't used it. And so, yeah, that's not super real, but still, it's kind of impressive. Will you do the GMTK game jam? I don't know. I've never have. I haven't signed up for it. I can't tell if I will. Actually, when is it? Maybe it's is it searchable? I guess it'll be up here at the top, won't it? It'll be like, this one's important. I don't even remember when it is. Is it in July? Oh. This is probably the worst way to find it. I probably just searched for it. GMTK Game Jam 2024. There it is. Starts in August 20th. If I'd scrolled just a little further, I probably would have seen it. Look at this, 14. This is the biggest game jam. If you don't know what game jams are, this is the biggest game jam of all the game jams on itch.io. Thousands of games are submitted as designers improve their skills, flex their creative muscles, and try to get their games featured on GameMaker's Toolkit. You can see and play the past winners here. Look at this. Some of these games became full games on Steam, like Roller Drome. Roller Drome is a game, it's on my wish list on Steam actually. and I didn't even hear about it through. I didn't even know it was a Game Maker Toolkit Game Jam entry till I scrolled down and saw it right here. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's not a bad one to join. I think it's a little longer this time, isn't it? August 16th through the 20th. So that's a 4-day jam. It used to only be a 2-day jam, so it's a little longer this time. This year, oh, here's all the past themes. Yep. Anyway, and I'll be hosting a jam sometime later this summer, I think. I don't know when. I might do it, I don't know, end of July maybe. I don't even know. It'll be with potentially little warning. I did one already. I think I might be able to look at it. Manage your submissions and jams. Yep, so here's the In Search of Unique Game Jam. There were 34 entries. These were all games that were entered. A lot of them are pretty fun. Anyway, game jams are fun. They're chill. I'm going to leave the live stream. Goodbye. I'm going to leave the live stream here like really soon too as well. I think we're just about done. Scope creep sucks, but I suck more at deadlines. Haha. Ahaha. Would you recommend participating in game jams as a beginner? It didn't hurt. You might not finish your game, but it still forces you to learn a lot. That's what game jams are for. They force you to learn. Even if you don't complete your game, even if you don't fully submit your game, you'll learn a lot. It doesn't hurt to participate in a game jam. You're just committing a weekend. Sometimes, depending on the game jam, sometimes they're longer. All you're doing is committing time. What you get out of it is somewhat up to you, but I think you get more out of it than whatever you could actually contribute to it. Even though you're not really contributing, you're just participating. It's free. There's like, you can only stand to gain by participating in a game jam, no matter when you participate in it. The amount that you learn will depend on where you're at. So, yeah. What's my next video? I have no idea. We'll see. I'll probably do a poll on YouTube at some point and say, hey, what should I do next? So wait for that. Hopefully I can get one done before next week. But at the same time, we've been putting a lot more time into actually making a game instead of making videos. Once that game is out, I'll go back to making more videos probably for sure. But otherwise, the videos might come out slightly slower than they otherwise would. But yeah, if that's all, we're going to quit for now. Tomorrow, sometime in the morning for me, might be evening for all you people in Europe. Sometime tomorrow, we'll be doing another stream, and I will be playing games. I got a few games here that, let's see. Can I see it here just by looking? Recently, yes. I think it's this game, 15-minute dungeon, and this game. People sent me their Steam keys, and it was a while ago, so I feel a little bit bad, but I'm going to play these 2 games on stream, and then we'll see what other shenanigans we get up to. We might play some of the games you guys got, or other things like that. How to fail at game jams. There is a How to Fail at Game Jams video out there already. So if you want to participate in a game jam, watch that, then you can know what not to do. Play Jackbox. I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm going to go now, though. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you want to join tomorrow, if you have time to do a little bit more of a relaxed stream. It won't be us working on anything. Instead, it'll be us just playing games and talking about their game design and saying how much they suck or how much they don't suck, how good they are. So, could be fun. Catch you all later. I'll see ya. Got places to go, people to see, all that stuff. But see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.